Sharing stream. We back? It looks like we're back. Yes. Sorry for stream crash, guys. I don't know what happened. No Shroud of Distress. Yep. Looking for Shroud of Distress. Is that a Nightfall skill? Oh, no, that's a faction skill. Yeah, I'm not running any Shadow Arts. That's a great skill though. Very good for farming. We don't have any energy problems here. Like that. This is a Elementalist backline I had been cooking with for a while. It makes use of some of the mirror enchantment spells. So I could put Gust on here, except it recently got nerfed. So I'm going to put Thunderclap since it's got a buff. And the weakness and cracked armor will help. I think I'm going to have to bring Livia, my BIP, for the enchantment or for the energy regeneration. But actually no, let's go with another Paragon Modagon. He's already set up for motivation, it looks like. He needs some runes though. Oh, I can just go to Guildhall. Yeah, apologies for the stream crash, guys. Hopefully you guys are coming back. If not, I understand. Usually if the stream just dies when I don't say bye to anyone, there's probably a big problem. Wow, he doesn't have any. Yeah. I've been playing mostly Scythe Sin for a few years now. Yeah, I've never run Scythe Sin. I ran Critical Barrage Sin, which was really fun. I don't even know if I have a Scythe set up for this. Yeah, I should get one. And he's gonna use or the power is yours or whatever. Yeah. He needs go for the eyes. Where's go for the? That's his battery. That should be that should be faster than Leader Zeal, I think, right? Maybe not. Let's try Leader Zeal instead of go for the eyes. Or let's just do that. He doesn't need a spear attack skill. Okay. Then we add crit bosun could be fun. You can get close to 100% crit chance and interrupt with every crit. Yeah, it's really nice with that preparation that interrupts with every crit. I forget what it's called. Smiting Monk will be nice. Gotta go with ROJ here. And Strength of Honor. I need Strength of Honor, but I might put that on an Elementalist, actually. He might go... Strength of Honor. Oh, that's a PvP skill. It's like 4 more damage. What is that? Oh, that scared me. ROJ causes a lot of scatter. Yeah. That's very true. But I'm running a water elementalist too. That should help with some movement speed decrease. We'll see. That helps. Perma SF Sysin with Grinth's aura is unstoppable, and Grinth gets around the SF damage nerf. True, because it's lifesteal. It changes your damage to lifesteal, right? Holy cow. Got a smiter. We need some perma-res. Oh, I gotta bring a healer. A UA healer, I think. Is Talcora my healer on this character? Yeah, that's weird. This is an interesting build she's running. I usually put UA on a Paragon. UA on a Paragon? That's interesting. Just for the hard res, or do you play a Paragon healer? That's very strange. Little interesting. And then let's go Minion Master. Paragons usually last to die and they manage it well. That's interesting. Yeah, just for the resurrection aspect, that could be useful. Okay, let's try this. I'm trying to do the Eye of the North quest. Not really any reason to do hard mode, but I want to test some of these team builds. Ogden's not using a staff? Oh my. I think I realized where his staff went. I think this is his staff. Yeah. Vale is up here, right? So I'm going to be using critical agility, a lot of buffs, a lot of pre-fighting buffs to get this skill online, or this build online. Might be kind of annoying. Is Vale not up here? Oh, I already have plan A. Oh my gosh. Okay, perfect. I just need to go down there. Is he? Yeah, he's in this. He's on this map. Oh my gosh. Interrupted critical agility. Great. Oh, I need to keep Strength of Honor on myself. How come Repeating Strike didn't come online whenever I landed Golden Phoenix Strike? That was weird. Was telling Smiles earlier about when I made a character specifically to do the Eye of the North entry quest. Made a build that could solo all the destroyers that chase you. Then discovered they dropped absolutely nothing. I understand your thought process because there's so many destroyers that spawn there. So you were thinking it would be a really great farming spot. Hey, that's some good thinking though. All right, let's actually use this build effectively. Oops. That was some damage. That's so funny, Pip. It's kind of sad, but really funny. Oh! Oh my gosh, I got nuked. There we go. I'm doing some good single target here. Oh, but the fire damage is too much. What'd you end up eating for lunch? My wife made me pasta and a grilled cheese chicken sandwich on homemade sourdough bread. Good. Pretty good looking. Yeah, I don't have enough heals. I think we drop the protection on Ogden here. He's not even fully set up, I just noticed. Yeah, it's yummy. Super yummy. Tar Heel wants me to try that build. Yeah, I think the build I'm using is nice, but it requires a lot of setup. I don't have I'm Unstoppable? That's crazy. I guess I'll go Critical Agility instead. Yeah, Tar Heel's a big Wild Strike fan. Me too, it's a great skill. Ah, so you get around the cannot be blocked. You instead of using Assurance Scan, you just bring a lot of skills that cannot be blocked. Ooh, this looks fun. Necros make so much better healers than monks. You're not wrong. Necromancers make very good healers. But are you saying are you going Necromancer Ritualist healer or Necromancer Monk healer? I think monks are better at monking than necromancers, but necromancers are better at healing thanks to ritualist skills. Well, great build, Tar Heel, but we need Assurance Scan. There's too much blind here. Too much blind. Way too much blind. Let's go Jagged. Jungle. Trampling Ox. We could take more advantage of this and go for 10 energy skills. Do something like this. Necromancer Writ, yeah. Necromancer Ritualist, super strong. Here we go. Bleeding, poison, knockdown. Poison, but we already have... Oh no, this is supposed to be Jungle Strike, that's right. Bleeding, cripple, knockdown, poison. There we go. And Falling Spider can follow dual attack since it doesn't require any primary attack for it. We're cooking. Starting to remember how fun it was to play Assassin. I got Daggers of the Warrior, I just noticed. Why is it not hitting? There we go. Not having a shadow step's kind of annoying. Bleeding, cripple, knockdown. Oh, I misunderstood Jungle Strike. Dang it. I thought Jungle Strike caused crippling. It doesn't cause crippling. That's why he wasn't getting knocked down. What? What assassin skill causes crippling? This one. It's a lead attack. Okay. So we can do this. Oh, no. This attack hits, you strike for 18 damage. If target foe is hexed, that foe is crippled. Trampling Ox must hit a trip, so I need another. Okay, now we can use Jungle Strike. That gives me some AoE. Okay, now we got it. Now we got it. Okay. We're cooked. How many restarts of this area are we gonna do? As many as it takes. This is really more of a PvP combo, though, I would say. Really good ganking potential here. Oh, they're running away. Come back. All right, fine. Thanks for the lurk, Diario. Whoops. Ah, it's too late on the... There we go. Oh, and let me buff myself with Strength of Honor. I accidentally made him buff himself. Alright, do not double aggro here. There we go. Oh, we double aggroed. Fine. My enchantment keeps getting knocked off. This is brutal, man. It's the double aggro. Alright, there might be a problem with my builds. might be a slight problem with my builds. You know what I think I might do? I don't really have any space. I was about to put a extend conditions Mesmer on. All right, this is it. Why does it keep failing? They're not getting knocked down, that's why. Must follow an offhand attack. If it hits, you deal 17 damage. If you hit a crippled foe, that foe is knocked down. They're not getting knocked down. Are they immune to knockdown? This falling spider keeps failing. Alright, let me pull these guys back. You're not gonna double aggro. Wow! Freaking ignite arrows. I can't even get into melee range against these guys. They're just turning on me. That's crazy. Really insane. Why are they just one-shotting me over and over? What's General Morgan doing way up there? Oh, well, we double aggroed anyway. I'm starting to realize I don't really have any interrupts. That's the issue. The only issue. I might just go around. I don't even need to go that way. I actually need to go south anyway. I'm just gonna avoid those nasty char. And I don't even have my title on. I need my Shadow Agent title on. Why didn't anyone say anything, guys? There we go. Full combo. Beautiful. Hey, what's up, Gator? Man, they're like teleporting all over the place. Freaking whirling defense. Now my team's doing pretty high damage. Not until 2027. Which, you know, who knows when it comes out in 2027. I bet it's like really late 2027. I think they kind of announced it too early. Yeah, it'll be on Steam for sure. ArenaNet has been really adamant at moving all of their games to Steam. Guild Wars Reforged is Steam accessible. They changed their accounts. You can have a ArenaNet account or a Steam account connected to your game. They don't really know what kind of game it's going to be, though, because they've said that it's going to be totally different than every other Guild Wars game. Which many people are saying it's going to be more like ARPG style. Which I don't know if that means it's going to be like Diablo or Path of Exile, or is it going to be a new type of ARPG? ARPG seems kind of like a broad topic, a broad genre to me. There we go. Now we got the drop on him. Ooh, that was clean. Oh, Prophet. Pick out the Prophet. Dang it. Was knocked down. Ironically, I was the one who was knocked down when I tried to knock them down. Yeah, how come he was not knocked down just then? Oh, from the ward maybe? Knockdown seems super inconsistent, man.
Hello, traveler.
There's a knockdown. Falling Spider seems kind of unnecessary because they seem to be dead by the time I use Falling Spider. So that poison after 17 seconds is kind of unnecessary. Mender. Take out the Mender. Mender's on a bender. Go ahead. Focus me. Yeah, we're much better now. It's all about double aggroing. If you don't double aggro, you'll be in good shape. And this Rebel Yell is making a big difference. Does Rebel Yell apply to my... Yeah, it applies to my heroes too. So everyone having plus 10 armor, that's kind of massive. And I think it counts as core armor. These, can't remember now that I think about it. Are the title buffs... The armor boost from title buff, is that considered core or bonus? I can't remember. For 1 second. I finished my food. I need to put it in the sink. All right, we're back. Get into position and wait for Veil to create a diversion. This one, you have to be careful. I've ruined this before by not paying attention to this. I just rushed straight into the assault or the stronghold, and then you fail. This is kind of a funny one. Veil runs down there and distracts them all. Where is he? There he goes. The Chara maggot swarming upon the ripe apple of the world. I have come to rid Tyria of this foul pocket of beasts. Not really that insulting. So many of them. What do I do now? Run in and steal the plans while Veil keeps the chart busy. Oh, there's more enemies though. Why are they stragglers? They're not even supposed to be here, really. That's weird. You don't have to follow them, guys. Alright. General Morgan, what are you doing, man? Oh, he's set to attack. That makes a lot more sense. Take the post back to Captain Langmar. I think I can just teleport back. Because I have the item in my hand. It disappeared, man. I'd be so upset. Don't forget the plans. I didn't. Oh no! I can't teleport back. Really?
Well met.
Oh my gosh. I thought it was an item that goes in your inventory. Thank you for that follow, Sleepless. Hey, Boover. This mission is... This quest, man, is taking me like over an hour. Yo, man, how's the New Balance feeling? I'm still getting used to it. I'm just messing around. I'm kind of using some New Balance. Like I'm using the Double Dragon here. Boomer, don't hurt your soul. I'm using Double Dragon. I'm using Thunderclap. I'm using the new Motagon motivation skills buff. I got Ogden as a smiting monk with the smiting monk buffs. Elias, I made him a kind of hybrid because Spiteful Spirit got a buff, and so did the Minion Master skills. So he's kind of hybrid there. And then Shield of Regeneration got a buff, so I'm using that. Feels pretty stable here. I had some rough starts here, but... Man, I can't believe... I was pretty confident I can just teleport back. There needs to be a big warning on the mission. Do not fast travel. Do not map travel back. Walk back... Or instead of saying take the plans back to Langmar, it should say walk back to Captain Langmar. Use your feet. You know, make this idiot-proof, Guild Wars. I can't be the only one who's thought, you can't say the magic word. You didn't say the magic word. Freaking Newman from Jurassic Park. It's okay. This new route I'm taking is actually pretty fast. I should have picked up some lockpicks though. We fighting these guys? Yeah, we're fighting. Dude, Way of the Empty Palm is really fun. These fast recharge times, man. I think it would be better to pair with some of these 10 energy skills, like Unsuspecting Strike, Twisting Fangs. Oh, they're grouped up. They're grouped up. Nuke them. All right, nuke me. All right, nuke me again. I love it. It's like Edge of Tomorrow Assassin Edition. I'm like Tom Cruise over here. Anyone? Anyone get that reference? Pretty good movie. I understand now. Prophets, 2 prophets. Let's see if they prophesize this. How's that for a char smack talking? Get in the middle. Got Double Dragon. Oh, yeah. Oh! Accidentally clipped through them. Accidentally gate tricked them. There we go. Jungle Strike doing some good AoE. I feel like the AoE should be more on par with... Oh, it is an offhand strike, not a dual attack. It's not as good as the Death Blossom AoE, but pretty nice. And I think Way of the Assassin is still gonna be stronger. But it's definitely fun using these normally not so spammable dagger skills. Interesting thought. Do heroes use smiting, point blank AoE, and double dragon on minions? Could be fun as a damage delivery system. It's a good question. And couple that with like the minion bombers too. Way of the Assassin is always best. Yeah. They don't, says Boover. Darn. Yeah, because I don't think they cast weapon. I don't think they cast weapon skills, like ritualist weapon skills. I don't think they cast them on minions either. Yeah, but it's hard to micro yourself, Boover. I want the heroes to do it for me. All right. Yeah, it sounds super tedious.
Well met.
All right, first try, no deaths. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer for those stragglers to come out. I think I went too early last time. I mean, this is my first try, never mind. What am I saying? Never been here before. Oh, so I thought they weren't falling. I thought they were going back in. Wait a tad bit longer. I think that's the group. That's the straggler group last time. They were just really lagging behind before. Man, there's almost always a chest in this output in this stronghold. No, it's the same group. Why are they lagging behind that much? Whatever. Just sneak past them. Are we fighting? Oh, we are fighting this time. Wrecked him. Wrecked him. As the great McCanny said. All right. Can I fast travel back with these plans, or do I need to walk back? Oh, they don't go in your inventory. You hold them. Aha, I didn't notice that. Well, of course, if you're holding the items, you have to run them back. Duh. I could have sworn it said went into your inventory. Want some free con stacks for the journey? I am not going to turn down free con stacks, Boover. If you want to... Hey, they underestimated this idiot, all right, Logic? They need to make it uber idiot proof. Oh, they're coming back. Can I drop these? Will they break? Oh my gosh. I think I can just run back. You guys handle this. I think I can run back without... I believe in you guys. You can handle it. Just follow the red dots. Oh, take your time, Boover. I gotta run all the way back, apparently. Oh, it looks like my heroes are winning. No, in fact, they are not winning. General Morgan. General Morgan. Hey, you're right. The Paragon is was the last one to go out. Makes sense though, because Paragons are ranged and they have the highest armor, and generally enemies prioritize low armor enemy, which would be me, because I only get that plus 15 armor while I'm attacking. So that's why they keep focusing me compared to like Zed. Oh, he has the same armor as me when he's enchanted. Yeah, why are they focusing me? They know I'm so deadly. No. They know they need to take out the threat, the key threat first. Prioritize. The female assassin looks a little bit sassy when she runs with an item. Source of drama. That must be you, Boover. I'm on my way. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, okay, you jumped on an all to do it. What's your win streak right now in RA? And how active is it right now? I figured it wouldn't be very active. It's kind of late. Oh, it's just a pastime. Gotcha. Oh, we did all of this to get a lockpick. Oops. And sneak attack. These Eye of the North quests are actually really good ideas to do them sooner than later on Melandri's Accord characters. You get these free lockpicks from the quests, which are chances to get some good weapons for your heroes and stuff. Oh, we did it. If this attack hits, target foe is blind for 8 seconds. This one requires us to go down Saknoth Valley. I'm not going to do that right now, though. I'm going to do Finding the Bloodstone. That's the Zaishin mission I haven't done in years. Oh, wait. I got to go pick up some consumables. What am I doing? Yeah, Boover. Yeah. What was your character's name? Source of drama. There you are. That's a cool monk armor. What the heck? Why are you giving me double stacks of everything? Holy crap. Hey, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say no to pecans. Give me some of that pecan pie, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm sorry guys. I meant pumpkin pies. Running out of inventory space. Delete some stuff. Holy crap balls. How do you have this much to give away, man? I'm not complaining about apples. You're not going to hear me complain about apples. Two of everything else. Good gosh. I want to put some of these. I don't need to have all of these in my inventory. Good. Golly. Dang, man. I'm gonna separate. The heck? Believable, dude. Thank you so much, Boover. My friend Slasher was watching. He'd be screaming streamer privilege from the rooftops. Streamer privilege. I guess you need, if you need more, let me know. Will do. I don't think I'm gonna need more for quite some time. I typically only use them for like super hard content, like elite content, and like the Deep or Urgos or maybe Fissure of Woe, Underworld, those kind of stuff. Domain of Anguish. Nuts, man. Why do I have this Plagueborn focus? Stuff takes too much time to do without. Yeah, I kind of like going slow sometimes. Because I like to see the full potential of the builds. Like if I'm doing build crafting, if I already know the capabilities of the build, then I will kind of speed through some stuff. Like I might for this Zaishin mission I'm about to do. I might do it. I solo speed clear in PvP always needs fast speed. Oh yeah, if you're doing that, speed clear is all about doing it over and over as fast as possible. Solo speed clear though, that's kind of impressive. I've never tried to do that. Smiles was in here, and he showed me his solo speed clear of Urgo's Warren, and I was in awe. I was like, how did you even learn this? Evan? Oh, Evan is Smiles. Okay. I know him as Smiles. 15-year friend of mine. Ah, it all makes sense now. Y'all are similar, because I think he gave me a bunch of cons, too. What am I doing? Let's try a different assassin build. Whoa. Locust Fury might be fun. But Locust Fury is generally subpar to Way of the Assassin. Like, Way of the Assassin is better in almost every way than Locust Fury. Because you get that attack speed buff. Like, is there any reason to use Locust Fury over Way of the Assassin? I guess if you're only doing auto attacks and then you buff yourself with things like Strength of Honor. Evan is a stingy prick. I'd be surprised. I can't type today. I don't know. I saw him today just wasting cons on Sanctum K mission. He like rezoned 2 or 3 times. Was it just once or twice? And then he used cons both times. I was like, what the heck? You used cons and then you just warped out. Oh, he's stingy giving anything to anyone. I don't know. I was struggling on Urgo's Warren and he just popped in and like, hey, I can run this for you. I guess, yeah, maybe with giving items he's stingy, but he was pretty generous with his time. No, that's how I know you guys must be close friends. You wouldn't be saying that about someone you don't know very well. You know what might be fun? What if we play a fun Seeping Wound build? Got blind, cripple, knockdown. How many titles do you have currently? On this character, I have 7 titles. On my main, which is my Mesmer... Actually, I think my Mesmer only has 5 titles right now. Yeah, this is actually... Mesmer is actually my main, but I haven't spent a lot of time doing all of the reputations tracks and skill hunter tracks and stuff. And cartography. But this assassin is my old main. This is... I started playing in 2005. Someone asked if you're ignoring YouTube chat. No? Oh, my YouTube chat is not... I need to relink my YouTube chat. Oh my gosh. I was wondering where my YouTube chatters were. I forgot I have to... Since I started a new stream, I have to relink it. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so sorry, YouTube. Oof. Alright, what did I miss? What did I miss? Oh my gosh. You guys, oh, I'm so sorry. Your stream is back up on YouTube. Thank you, Angry Caboose. What changed with Thunderclap? They changed the AoE radius of Thunderclap. Did someone reference Livia? Some negative. I've been running Sysin for a bit now. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I think the guilds on PVX Wiki the guides need to be updated. Yeah, they're gonna be changing the builds. It's gonna take them a while. Recharge drop for just 10 seconds for those motivation skills should be a game changer. That's what I'm thinking, Tar Heel. I think General Morgan's pretty nice. I might try bringing a second motivation Paragon to see if we can do some heavier lifting. Not sure about the healing finale Echo if you are only one Paragon. Aim for heroes maintaining this finish. Put a protection seal on Sosuke and strength of honor on Ogden for higher smiting. The reason I'm not super fond of these non-dagger builders send you sometimes need a good bit of setup beforehand. Yeah, like the critical barrage has a lot of setup. Wei seems unneeded with so few attack skills. Use Wei with lots of attack skills. I saw a strong Necromancer Monk healer build, Mini Master healer build. Yeah, Krishker's builds are awesome. The builders versus the spiders where Assurance Skin is less effective. Ah, I gotcha. I was Tar Heel. I was trying to do the daily bounty only to find out I needed to have a quest to proceed. Guess I'm going to get off and head to bed then. Really? Go normal mode given the goal for these quests. You want hexes there. Looking at Ogden, seems like the Para Elite is seldom online. Yeah, he doesn't... The Paragon doesn't seem to use the Power is Yours very often. Not as often as like Blood is Power or Necromancer. Sorry, Angry Caboose. Catch you later, buddy. Uber, can you open... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'll tell Slasher. Is YouTube ignoring... Oh, no. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Tar Heel. The Locust Fury is pretty much just if you're using auto attacks and not many attack skills. Because if you're spamming attack skills, you're not going to get those double strikes anyway. Let's try something like that. Let's try going really light on attack skills. And buff myself with damage enhancing skills. You see what I'm doing here, guys? Of course, I'd hate to drop anything for fire damage, but we're gonna do it. I need a superior dagger mastery. Whatever. Okay, now I need to catch him on Twitch chat. How many titles you have? Oh, how long have you been playing Guild Wars? Oh, yeah. Just hit my 29th gram. No one asked it, but it's depressing. I hate that I have it. Why do you hate that many grams? That's awesome. Yeah, I've been around in Guild Wars for like 20 years, but spent the last 10 years playing Guild Wars 2. But I have to say, just recently, I enjoy Guild Wars 1 more. Yeah, I spent quite a bit of time in Guild Wars 2, but Guild Wars 1, yeah, I just have the most fun. I think Guild Wars 2, I just get sick of. It feels a little more monotonous with just zerging in big, massive groups. I will say fractals in Guild Wars 2 are really fun for me. I was even thinking of starting streaming for the mobile release, so it's weirdly awesome this even works. Do it. Stream on mobile. I made a mobile patch through 4 years ago. Nice that it's actually a thing now. Yeah, you're the second person I heard who figured out how to do mobile way before this was even decided. Good night, buddy. I'm being incredibly irresponsible. It's time for bed. All right, negative. Get some sleep, man. All right, keep Morgan command and make Haida motivation. How about I keep Morgan motivation and make Haida command, since he's already motivation. I don't know what it is with Guild Wars 2. I like it, but it's just, I don't know. Guild Wars 1 is better. I tried to avoid saying which one's better because it's a very sensitive topic. But I will say Guild Wars 1 holds my attention a lot more than Guild Wars 2. And generally, they're just different games. Nightfall Hero is required for some quests, and the game expects their general default. Ah, I see. You just mean like how they come in as. Yeah, General Morgan is a... Oh, I do have a scythe. General Morgan is a command, right? But I'm thinking about bringing a second Motagon. Maybe I will make Ogden Protection Smite like he was a second ago. Do I have a Protection Smite build? Yeah, but come on, if you're gonna release a game and call it the same by increasing the number +1, and then you're surprised people start comparing. Yeah. A lot of people say it shouldn't even be called Guild Wars. It should be called like what did someone say? They said it should be called like World of Tyria, or I don't know. Something like that. It's basically just an MMO with the lore of Guild Wars. This is an interesting build someone must have sent to me. It's an ROJ Smiter, but you use with a fire hex LA. So you trigger the Rodgarts, that hex with fire damage, I guess. I'm not a contrarian, Tar Heel. Certain heroes turn out a certain way, depending on when I recruited them and which role I needed them to fill at the time. So like, for example, if I rush Eye of the North, and if Gwen is my first Mesmer hero, she's usually domination. But on my Mesmer, I did a full playthrough of all the campaigns before I even got to Eye of the North. So I myself was buried. Norgu was the first Mesmer hero I got, so I made him domination. And then by the time I got Gwen, I already had a domination hero, so I made her illusion. It's perfectly reasonable the way I do it. I'm not going to be like, oh, Norgu is my first Mesmer, and I don't need an illusion hero, so I'm going to keep him illusion because he looks like an illusion Mesmer. You know what I mean? I'm all about practicality. Call me anything, but call me practical. What does the saying go? I'm not anything. What's that saying I'm thinking of? Say one thing about me. Is that the word? I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what? You guys know what I'm saying. How to say nothing with as many words as possible. Yeah, let's go double motivation. Change the subject as quickly as possible. Boover. what am I trying to say? Right. Say one thing for Uber. Say he's practical. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a reference to a book series, all right? Any Joe Abercrombie? Explain it to me. Any Joe Abercrombie fans? Say one thing about Logan Nine Fingers. Say he's... I would have rather not. Dang it. Dang you, Boover. Norgo comes as illusion, and when illusion is strong, there's also a decent domination henchman at Nightfall. Just keep flexible until you have the other heroes. Hey. You stay flexible, I'll stay practical. How about that one? No? Do I want to make Hada? Yeah, let's see what happens with double motivation. Let's just stay with me, people. I haven't touched my toes in 20 years. That's off the table. No better time to start than the present, though. Nice. Let me go ahead and pick up a... Superior Rune of Dagger. Okay, Hada. You're gonna run motivation. Ada comes as command as well, but she's not required for anything after recruited. Gearing Nightfall heroes for default roles makes... I think she should go... No, she should have plenty of energy, right? I think she should just go survivors. Paragons actually survive pretty well by themselves. Yeah. Just go armor then. Doesn't really matter. Whoops. Just give her something. She needs a motivation shield. I don't know if I have an extra motivation shield hanging around. Oh, there it is. Amethyst shield, not too shabby, right, Hada? She does not need a zealous spear, though, that's for sure. She's not going to be attacking enough to get that. And she needs a leadership. All right, let's try something like this. So we're gonna maximize our auto attack speed and buff it with spells like Strength of Honor and Conjure Flame. I've got 2 attack skills. That's just to get blind and just to get some AoE. And we'll see how much DPS we can do. Is this the quest?
I've heard much of you.
No, that's for the dungeon, isn't it? Drexit, what did you want to see? You wanted to see General Morgan's AI uses, so you wanted his skill bar up? And let's put Hada's up too as well. All right, stay frosty, big dog. Nice meeting you. Hey, nice meeting you as well, Boover. Thank you so much for the streamer privilege gift you gave me. I'm gonna be teased to no end for those big cons gifts you gave me. But yeah, nice to meet you. I'm sure I'll see you in Smiles or Evan's chat. It's anyone's privilege. Whoa, the generosity. Are you guys hearing this generosity over here? Well, you're awesome, man. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for cracking jokes. Take it easy. We'll... Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, hit me up. Hit me up on in-game sometime, the Discord. Echoes are now far more attractive with the AI changes. Yeah, I didn't really pay much attention to the AI skill use changes. I need to take a closer look at that. I'm getting so many double strikes. I keep mixing up dual attack and double strikes. They are two different things. I need to be very careful about which one I use. Dual attack is an attack skill type that Assassins has. Double strike is a random activation of auto attacks that causes you to hit 2 times. Very confusing. And most people, maybe not most people, but I tend to use the words interchangeably, and they are certainly not interchangeable. Good gosh. Look at this damage. It's almost as strong as illusionary weaponry. That's crazy. Gad has got to be one of my favorite Eye of the North characters. Mainly because of the voice actor. Oh wait, not Gad. Well, the voice actor is good. Vex voice actor is the best.
Questions? No.
And the story writing between their relationship is actually really, really cool. Fantastic job. We don't get. Oh, I get the Assurin bonus here, even though this is a dungeon. Huh. Maybe only during this quest you get it. Why am I not using Locust Fury? What's up, Keegs? How you doing, sir? Dude, South Africa beat Korea. You guys must be happy about that. Heroes will now use 2 more chants and shouts outside of battle, which should keep echoes going indefinitely. Wish this change applied to Can't Touch this as well. That is good news. That'll help for heroic refrain
You don't know how happy
users. Well, I'm sure you are as happy as Korean fans are sad. And that says a lot.
Sorry we had to send your boys.
But yeah, celebrating World Cup wins there's nothing really like it. I mean, I never really cared about it in the US, but it's super exciting in Korea to watch one live when Korea's national team's playing.
We were the underdogs, but we pulled it off.
Yeah, I know. You guys were definitely. I think being underdogs gave you guys an advantage. I think, Dragset, I don't know if you're still here. I think the problem with the power is yours is he's not generating enough adrenaline. He's not auto-attacking enough to get adrenaline. That's the problem with it. Really should be... I need to use that skill that
I agree. Teams
gives
thought
them.
we would be the easy win.
Yeah. I think Korean team was expecting to coast through the next 4 games. I think they will do well the next 3 games that they have lined up, but yeah, they definitely underestimated South Africa. Yeah, I thought Go for the Eyes, he would be using it to help with the energy, but the Power Is Yours is actually just exactly the same for energy regeneration as Go for the Eyes. So you don't need it. Yeah, exactly. Ah, don't use that one. Okay, I'll get rid of both of them, see if he uses it more often. How much leadership does he have? It seems low. He has... Why does he only have 4 leadership? Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, that's a big mistake. Oh dear goodness. Why is it so low? That's a big issue. Hey, that's why I have you guys watching, so you could give me that. Bring that to my attention. Why would it be so low? That's great. Like the most important. Are you insinuating that I'm blind, Brexit? Yeah, they have no energy. Why does it feel like I'm like slow motion? Critical agility, when you don't have critical agility on, critical agility. When you don't have critical agility on, it really makes a difference on that attack speed. Nah, not at all, but you play so you focus on clicking things. I can watch without the constant pressing. Hey! Look at you. Giving me the benefit of the doubt like that, Drexit. Tar Heel, on the other hand, pitiful. Always have an even attribute investment unless facing a lot of weakness. In leadership. I mean, leadership is Paragon's like most important attribute for maintaining their energy on shouts, and then I invested 3 points into it. That's crazy. How did I not notice that? I think I shouldn't use any of these attack skills. I think I just need to use auto attacks. Oh, I just used one. Should be blocking those hits with critical defenses. And I need to turn off. I shouldn't have brought Order of Pain. Because I'm not even doing physical damage, actually. I didn't take a look at that. I should have removed that. I switched to fire magic or fire damage from my dagger. Oh, and Strength of Honor wore off. That's why my damage is so much lower now. Chillblains negates my elite. Oh, that's why I keep losing critical agility too. So I need to always cover Locust Fury with Conjure Flame, I think. But Chillblains, I think, removes like two or three enchantments. It's kind of broken. Does it just remove one enchantment or multiple? I think it removes multiple enchantments. There we go. I like seeing how fast those auto attacks go off though. Thought this was where the dude was. Yeah, Keeks.
On vacation, bro.
Yeah, my vacation started. That's why I'm streaming during the day. I go to the US next Tuesday. I fly to the US. So I'm just getting some streaming done. Getting some extra long streams in during the day. Before I'm not going to be able to... Oh my gosh, they interrupted every single one of my enchantments. Before I'm not going to be able to stream. I won't be able to stream in Texas, so... Whoops. The Incubus hate enchantments as well. I can see that. Dazed really screwed me up. I'm really curious to see... Oh, Ogden is going to do crazy damage here. Look at this. Boosh. Boosh.
Is your wife going with you?
Yep. Yep, she's going with me. She likes going to Texas more than I do, I think. She loves it there. So I wouldn't dare dream of going to Texas without her. Might be me being lazy,
Next
but
round.
I always slot can't touch this for any dungeon. Hey, you're starting to sound like Tar Heel, Drexit. That's Tar Heel's greatest, one of his greatest recommendations. I saw a South African I don't know what it was. Not a restaurant. It was just a biltong shop in Texas run by the South African guy. And it looked freaking good. Yeah, right. The dinosaurs are all touchy-feely, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was being showcased. I'm not sure why, but this influencer went there and was he was kind of talking about like what is biltong, why is it so good, all these different flavors. And yeah, the South African guy had like just rows of different flavors that he was making there. He was using mostly beef, I think. There might have been, I know bison is also pretty popular in Texas for like gourmet jerky, so I bet he had some bison as well. The North seems to encourage Ritson rather than protection monks. The funky looking build. This is a funky looking build, Rasbizzle, because I'm wanting to find Locust Fury. I figure Locust Fury is most useful for Why did that door not open up? Did it open and I just ran in the opposite direction? Locust Fury really benefits auto attacks more than
Okay,
attack
just
skills.
made our way.
And then I thought if I buff it with Conjure Flame and Strength of Honor, I'll get the most use out of those double strikes. But I don't know. I don't know if it's good. Yeah, it's made. It was made by a South African in the South African way. But yeah, tons of different flavors. Curry flavor and pepper and all sorts of stuff. Looks really good. Can't Touch has so many windfall benefits on top of its primary use. Of course, I said I need to cover Locust Fury, and then I use it last, like a fool. But that's some pretty good single target damage, I think. Woo! Yeah, Locust Fury is pretty fun to see those damage numbers pop up so fast. Really cool skill. Attack this guy because he's close. Alright, I think we're at the end of this. Yeah. Gotta be careful not to just rush in here. As I just rush in here. Don't let me die, team. Don't let me die. Nice. Nuked them. Assassin is my least favorite class. I really need to try other stuff. See, I think Assassin is more fun than Dervish. I never enjoyed Dervish playstyle, but Assassin playstyle was always fun. I like chaining the different attacks. But I get that's what a lot of people hate about. You feel limited in your attack choices. But they don't need nearly as much Spear Mastery. And I have them with 12 Spear Mastery. That's crazy. They need 10 Leadership. That's what they need. That should make a big difference. So let's give this another go. Guide Gamer here to explore meta change after skill update. That's exactly what we're doing here, Math Geek. We're having fun changing the meta builds, swapping in some new synergies and buffed skills and see how it works. Doing some hard mode content. Oops. Plains of Jaren is a 4-man group, right? Is there any way to get an 8-man to play? No, there isn't. There ain't no way. Any idea if Ellie can replace Mesmer? I mean, that's what I'm doing. I would say Mesmer is still going to be superior because you get things like interrupts and you get energy drain, armor ignoring damage. Basically, Mesmers are still just as powerful, I believe, just not as strong as they used to be. But they're still the best hero class, just because Panic is still incredible. Ineptitude is still incredible for melee Melee 8. Need to head out. We chat. All right, Drexit. Thanks for hanging out, man. I do appreciate the complicated mechanics. I tend to play as a warrior derivative. Oh, so you go like tactics and save yourselves and stuff? You too, man. We'll stay in touch. But to answer your question, Math Geek, I'm using 2 Elementalists right now. I'm using the new Thunderclap that got buffed with the enhanced AoE. I wish my toolbox were working and then I could see some actual DPS numbers, but use Dockmaster Dimide in Dajka Inlet to get 8 party members for Plains of Jaren. It has restrictions though. What's up, Alchemy? Let's see what you're talking about. Dying a lot more with farms now outside of 100 blades. Yeah. Dervish is going to have a hard time with farming. I think I'm just going to make him straight up. It was a skill update. I'm currently running offensive 5 Mesmers, BIP, and it clears literally everything. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Kiwi Ball. I don't think there's any reason to stop using Mesmers because of even though they got nerfed, they're still so strong. Yeah, fire damage in later areas, a lot of enemies are fire resistant. Go to Commandant, add the available henchmen, then go to Dajka Inlet and top off the heroes. Talk to the Dockmaster. Oh, I see. Oh, you have to use henchmen. I got you. Sorry, Alchemy, you just said that, didn't you? Only 3 heroes and 4 henchmen. In other words, take the 4-man area henchmen, add heroes in Dajka Inlet, and talk to the Dockmaster. How do you add 4 henchmen, though? Oh, I had no idea you could do this. Oh, you just do it you have to do it all in Dajka. I gotcha. That makes more sense. So then I add 3 heroes. I'm gonna record this actually. I didn't know this was possible. Oh, only hit the 4 above. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. So I can't use Odura or Sin. I can use Urta, Eraz, and Kim. And Sogolan. And then you add the heroes that you want. Like Ogden, Elias. Ankoro. And then I talked to the dock master. Wow, I never knew about this. And then you have a team of 8 in Commodon. What the heck? You're in Commodon? Wow, you guys just gave me a new shorts content to make. What? Oh, crap. I actually hit kick. All right, let's try that again. I was getting trigger happy there. But they're only level 3. Do they jump up to level 4? Maybe maybe if I leave here in hard mode, they're gonna jump up to level 20, right? Whoa, they're level 20 in Plains of Jaren. Whoa, that's cool. We've discussed this trick earlier. I must not have paid attention to it at all. I'm sorry, Tar Heel. This feels like the first time I've ever heard of it. Wow, this is gonna be like crazy easy mode because you're not even supposed to have. You're only supposed to have 4. Party member of 4. Do this. Then you could also. No, you can't. Never mind. Oh yeah, you want me to use cons now? Boover gave us some cons, so let's go ahead and use them for fun. I'm using a full team of 8 in a 4-man zone with full con. That's ridiculous. What's up, Jinx? Oh, this is a vanquish. I gotta make sure to fight everyone. What am I doing? I should have brought my Legionnaire too. It also works by completing Black Tide Din. What do you mean? Yo, Venomous Games. By the time I cast all my buffs, he's already dead. Some of the 4-man zones and prophecies around the Ascalon area are kind of tough, even with 8-man for Vanquish feels like you need. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason people caravan from Temple of the Ages all the way over there. Like the Fire Temple hard mode with all the char, that's not that easy. It's very easy to get overwhelmed there. I was planning to go to bed, laid down, had to go get my drunk brother. Here I am again. Yeah, I was wondering why you're back, but I'm glad you're back, Hoover. Kiwi Bolt says, I'm actually doing that right now, traveling from Temple of Ascalon just to do that. I actually just started Guild Wars Reforged for the first time ever, and it's crazy, so much to learn. You may want to show both ways in your short. So, can you explain more, Tar Heel, about the Black Tide Din that you're just talking about? What do you mean? Like, you have to complete Black Tide Din first? And I'm not even able to get any attacks hardly. Having 8-man party is just broken here. Yeah, I don't drink, but I have a rule to any friends and family. If you need a ride, call day or night, no stress for me. Dude, you're like a freaking angel. Yeah, I don't drink anymore but I pretty much stopped drinking by accident. It wasn't like any issue. My tolerance just completely dropped down. Ah, ex-alcoholic. Look at you. Amazing. Helping keeping people off the street that shouldn't be driving. When completing Black Tide mission, use 4 of the Commandant Henchmen, top off with 3 heroes, complete the mission. You will have an 8 party in Sunspear Great Hall. Ah, so it's the same thing. The same thing. But you can still only do it for Plains of Jaren. It's a more tedious method, I guess. I guarantee there's a lot of Guild Wars players that do not know about this 8-man trick in Plains of Jaren. There we go. The beauty about this build though is once you get your enchantments on, you just press spacebar. That's it. Whatever enemy you want deleted, you just press spacebar on them. Yes, the Dockmaster is easier, but the mission is still an interesting quirk. Yeah, that's that's probably how a lot of people discovered it in the first place, right? I could totally see that happening by accident to a lot of people. Man, with the balance patch, Tanakai Temple hard mode is going to suck. Ray of Judgment plus Double Dragon. Yeah, Tanakai Temple was already like a place to test builds. Now it's even worse. I think you can 8-man all zones in Nightfall and all zones in Prophecies except 1 in Kryta. Yeah, there's that one Kryta one that's sandwiched between 2 outposts, and you can't get Watchtower Coast, I think. I think that's the one.
Let me know the release date.
Mandatory enchantment strip on all heroes. Yeah, you just need love. You need love. Lots of oh my gosh, lots of enchantment hate for that. I'll still go do a 6-minute Tanakai solo if you want. I got you. But no cons, Boover. No cons allowed. But yeah, I think just bring a bunch of enchantment removal and interrupts, and you should be okay. Panic, and you're golden. I love it. I love it, Boober. Mirror of Disenchantment. Yeah. Mirror of Disenchantment will be good. What about that well? What's that well that removes? There's a well that removes enchantments, right? Well of the Profane. It strips all enchantments, and they cannot be further enchanted. Yeah, Profane might be good. I suspect they added the Dockmaster rather than fixing the quirk. Not a fan of the changes to the Ellie skills. Even the slight buffs, Tar Heel, or you don't like the nerfs? Or you think there should be different changes? Do tell. I feel like Elementalist needed some love. Yeah, Math Geek. Yeah, Profane should be good. Especially with the well update, you can precast it before battle. Hello, I just did the Plains Vanquish. Welcome in, Sarayu. Yeah, you got to be careful with it, absolutely. You lose a lot of your health. They've messed up minions and wells. Yeah, I think the wells are a big... I think their intention was good with wells, but it doesn't work for enemies. The enemy AI, they need to just remove wells from enemy well skill bars. Your elementals needed buffs. Player Ellie's were still great. Yeah, with PvE skills like intensity. Two Weeks doesn't care for Guild Wars theme. They just want it to be more casual friendly. Wouldn't you say their nerf to Masmers would be contradictory to that, Sarayu? Oh, baby, that was a big stretch. Both. Hey, Uber. Hey, chat. What's up? Caffeine Sage, welcome in, man. I've been enjoying your videos lately. Congrats on finishing the prophecies. I think that was a recent video, right? It popped up on my algorithm. Well, I think it was fairly recently. So, Sarayu, where I would disagree with that is hard mode should be hard. And making hard mode easy with Ease Surge is casual friendly. Normal mode was already for casuals because normal mode already you could use any build and get through normal mode no problem pretty much, except for some specific mission. I think making hard mode easy, which it still is in many cases, was where casual friendly comes into play. Casual friendly is buffing Ellie's. That's interesting. You guys having some interesting takes over here. Faster casting wells were accounted. That's a great point, Tar Heel. Well, they're still a counter to minions, Tar Heel. How are they not a counter to minions? They still exploit corpses. Yeah, you lost me there, Tar Heel. Well, still exploit corpses if there's one available. Yeah, do Vizuna with any minions takes 50 minutes. There's your minion issue. Really? I thought minions were pretty useful in Vizuna Square. Because there's so many corpses available. Oh, true. Yeah, Menlo. I had an issue with Menlo doing the same thing. Yeah. You're talking about Menlo. Menlo just sits there and heals minions instead of triggering cutscenes and stuff. I had that issue the other day. Oh, you're talking about the Minion Master changes. Now wells are not good counters to Minion Masters because of the Minion Master changes, not the well changes. Gotcha. It's just a race now. Whoever activates the skill faster. No, you're good. Yeah. Now it's even footing. I noticed Lightning Surge got a nerf and Thunderclap got a buff. I'm not sure either of them needed changing. Yeah, I was surprised to see Lightning Surge get a nerf because Lightning Surge was good, but I don't think it was deserving of any nerf. I think Thunderclap, I think it's still, I mean, ultimately the point of the buffs tended to be just to buff unused skills. So like in terms of the nature rituals were not being used at all because they were so tedious. They had long cooldowns, they had long activation times, and then by the time you casted them, it was already the encounter was already over. And then now you have a skill that's on cooldown that's not ready for the next encounter. So they were unused. So buffing them makes them at least usable, but they're not overpowered by any means. Because you are supposed to pre-plan. Well, you can still pre-plan. And it's still... And now it's just easier. It's faster to pre-plan. And making it less tactic-based. What's up, Piano? This build is... I just wanted to see... I wanted to maximize Locust Fury. So I came up with a build that would focus mostly on auto attacks rather than attack skills. Basically, buff your attacks with Conjure Flame and Strength of Honor, and then you just auto attack them to death. Moving animations from the game just ruins the feel. Yeah, I mean, that's an opinion. I just don't know if it's really... I think ruining the game is quite a stretch. Because the alternative is using the skills or not using the skills. Keeping the animation and not use the skill because it's too tedious and long to cast, or remove the animation and use the skills now. Here and ultimately, people still probably won't be using a lot of those ritual skills anyway. But now the option is more on the table. The changes to nature rituals have generally been great. I know. They made the radius longer, wider, which makes encounters harder because now enemy spirits are almost like global effects. Yeah, it's a sick build. I don't know if this is a sick build, but it's using Locust Fury, and that was the goal. Probably a decent mobile build for less intensity then. Yeah, this would be good for mobile, I would say. And I'm fighting plants, so plants take double damage from fire as well, so that's why my damage numbers are really high against these plants. Anyways, actually going to bed or another drunk before another drunk calls me. All right, have a good night, Boover. Thanks again for hanging out. Would be interesting to leverage poison, etc. more. Yeah, I would like to see conditions somehow. Not necessarily conditions, but health degeneration. It's really hard though, because a lot of enemy skill builds use health degeneration and conditions, and the thought of buffing them is kind of terrifying. Like Mandragores are already brutal, but at the same time, I don't know, maybe having some skills that deal damage per second that scales with the amount of degeneration pips they have on them. That might be hard to program, but something like illusion of, what's that Mesmer skill? Illusion of, is it illusion of pain that I'm thinking of? Where it has health, minus 10 health degeneration, and they take 10 damage per second. You have 3 monks and you got hit by lightning surge. Do none of them have remove hex? No, I got smite hex here. Yeah, and that's the only hex removal I have, I think. I don't know about Kim. They're a henchman. Kim's a henchman. The long recharges even irritated me, who likes a slower pace. That's saying a lot, Tarheel. Tarheel was the only person in Guild Wars' existence who was actually using nature rituals pre-buff. And even he complains about the tediousness of them. The tedium of them. Says it all. Yep. That's the one I'm thinking of, Sarayu. Something like that, I think, would be a nice buff to degeneration. Health degen, I mean, ultimately health degeneration is not really meant to kill enemies outright. It's to provide a lot of pressure for the enemy healers to strengthen spike damage and to drain resources. But it would be nice if they did more damage, because the way PvE works in Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 for that matter is just to maximize as much DPS as possible, deal as much damage in a short amount of time as possible, make the encounters as short as possible so that you don't have to worry, you don't have to get into a war of attrition with the enemies. But I think that's unavoidable. I think every game, that's how you're supposed to deal with enemies, because they're going to be buffed with higher HP, higher energy pools. So naturally, it's going to benefit the enemies the longer the battles go on. So it's in players' best interest to make the encounters very short. I use nature rituals just to see the ritual cast animation, and Kim does have remove hex. I guess she just sucks. Yeah, probably not prioritizing it. Microing Draw Spirit could mitigate long charges. Crippling Anguish is oppressive against melee, and I love it. I know, it's almost sad, Caffeine Sage, whenever you use Crippling Anguish on enemy melee, and then they just start like walking around. You almost feel sorry for enemy melee. They move so slow. I feel like the nature rituals didn't need a cast time buff. They needed a tweak so you could build around them easier. Because like tranquility enchantments expire faster. That only really helps like monk, ancient spirit, but nerfs everything else. And I don't know of enemy groups that use tons of enchantments. I feel like Smiter monks with knockdown Ellies can be a good substitute with all the buff. Yeah, I think mostly with the new changes, the meta is intact. But now you have just a little bit more wiggle room and niche options that you can substitute in depending on the area you're in. Before, it was more of a steamroll build where you didn't have to account for any type of enemy you're going up against. You just run the same build and do all the content on the same exact build. Pop cons, run as fast as you can. Like that's casualizing the game, in my opinion. And there's nothing wrong with playing the game that way. Some people, you know, they came to Guild Wars just to do Hall of Monuments. They don't want to do all the build crafting involved. They want to have the best in-slot heroes and skills and just play through the game, unlock the titles, get Gwam, unlock your Hall of Monuments, get the items for Guild Wars 2, and log out. And they made that an option. So that was the way it was for a long time when Guild Wars 1 was in maintenance mode. And now that Guild Wars 1 is getting regular updates, you're going to start seeing some variability in the builds. At least as an option. If you want to just steamroll, that's still an option as well. But if you want to actually like take into account enemy skill bars, strengths of your party, weaknesses of your party, and build according to that, now it's even more impactful to think that way, to play that way. I would argue that the activation times for nature rituals was fine. It was mostly the duration and recharge. What about the radius, Tar Heel? They expanded the radius of rituals too. Even if people disagree, I feel they shouldn't make skills faster just to make them better. Because as mentioned, animations, but also it's like now other parts of the game get affected. The Togo plus Ray of Judgment. Yeah, Ray of Judgment is going to be tough against the Afflicted. I know, Caffeine Sage. I feel like people are acting like they never did a build rework or a build change like this. Like I kind of exaggerated in my recent shorts saying that this is the biggest build change ever. It's not, actually. Like, if you take into account a lot of the old build reworks in the past, they changed all the time. And skills got broken, skills got nerfed to the ground. Like, all the time they changed the skills. A skill rework for Guild Wars 1 is almost like an expansion. It's like it's like in Magic the Gathering when a new series comes out. It's like, it's a big deal. And it used to happen all the time. The radius was acceptable before. I mean, it's certainly more annoying now as going against rituals, spirits that enemies use than it is to have them on your team. Get Echo Spike up, I guess. I'm unbothered by the E-Surge nerf. I don't use E-Surge out of principle. I might now because of the nerf, but a big thing for me is immersion. Having my character slam their knees into the ground constantly when summoning just isn't immersive when there is a full animation for summoning. Now they just point upwards, as my friend said, like they're doing a guitar slide. Yeah, I mean, that's fine to be against it. I mean, that's a valid reason. I just think most people wouldn't even have bothered to use it because the animation was just too tedious, too long. Tranquility was useless with its short duration and long recharge. I think generally their objective is to change skills to increase their usage by players. Not necessarily to make them overpowered or broken or incredible. They're just wanting to increase the chances that they might be considered for builds. They want to shorten cast times. They should at least give us a new animation that isn't just sped up. My Rit gets whiplash whenever she shot. I think for new players coming in though, that's one thing I've been really curious about. Like, how do new players enjoy Guild Wars 1? Will they think it's too slow pace? Like, I think it is very slow compared to other games. And I'm not saying they need to cater to those people, but I think it will be a big factor in whether or not players stay or not. And I don't even know if making that speed up change is actually even going to be the difference in keeping players. I don't think that's going to be suddenly the factor of like, oh no, this game is plenty fast. But maybe that's where their mindset is. I wouldn't say that's a good reason. I don't think they need to focus on trying to make the game appeal to new players by speeding it up. I hope that's not their motivation for doing so. But I don't know. Canonical skill change. All binding rituals now deal 50% health? What does that mean? As someone who's tried to get friends in, they have told me it feels slow and they don't like the MMO aspect even though it's not an MMO. See, that's so funny, Sarayu, that you say that. It's like, if any person plays Guild Wars for more than 10 minutes, it's their first time playing Guild Wars. If you ask them what genre the game is, they're going to call it an MMO. And then it's like the genre itself is it's such an umbrella term. But so many people are very against the idea of thinking of it as an MMO. But it's like, Guild Wars 1 technically is not an MMO, but it looks like an MMO. It's accepted and criticized and praised like an MMO. So you're right to tell them that it's not an MMO, but at the same time, if it's perceived as an MMO, what's the difference? What up, Big? That's a hilarious take. I really don't want them to try to appeal to new players. New players would be Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha cannot even read. Oh gosh. I agree that they shouldn't go out of their way to appeal to new players. And I think there will be new players who are curious about Guild Wars 1. And there are going to be new players that like Guild Wars 1 the way it is. And I think they should just be happy with those amount of players that come in. They don't need to start changing things thinking, oh, this will attract the new player base. That's what Guild Wars 2 is for. And even Guild Wars, even people who are new to Guild Wars 2 will probably think it's outdated, which is crazy to me because I think Guild Wars 2 has really great graphics, some great character animations, some great like scenery and world environment. But I've heard new players coming into it say the game looks old and outdated. That's crazy to me. And the demon is called Brain Rot with a new elite. Guild Wars 3 is already shaping up to be Fortnite for MMOs. Let Gen Alpha go there. Yeah, something like that. What up, Bing? I wouldn't say it looks like Fortnite yet, but it does look very colorful. What's up, Imizu? That's hilarious. Yeah, with his hands out, he just starts going. That's so dumb. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Wow, how do you even think of that? The character creation screen to test character voices is just them going, Ohio, Ohio, Ohio. Ohio, Ohio, Ohio. I don't get that one. Is that like you mean like the Japanese word? Ohio. Abaddon was never the problem. It was a virus. Oh, that is hilarious though, Mizu. I'm imagining that with his hands. Gen Alpha used that to mean bad? Okay, I'm not familiar with that at all. I am not up to date on that slang. Man, all these termites are all spread out. This should be like the last one, I think. Nope. Why is Ohio, Ohio, Ohio? Okay, here we go. Gen Alpha info dump. Ohio is used mostly on the internet to describe something that is weird, awkward, cringeworthy, or otherwise undesirable or bad in some way. It can also be used to mean boring or foolish. What? I don't get it. I mean, that's why people call this an Unk stream. Man, this scenery looks cool, though. The Sunspirit Great Hall looks freaking awesome from this side. Guild Wars 2 was pretty Ohio, am I right? Dude, what up, Big? You're killing me. They can't read, they are too rebellious, etc. Alright, where have I not gone? I think up here in this corner I need to go, right? There's gonna be some plants up here. Or down here, maybe? Bingo! Young people these days, they don't have any respect. Young people these days, they don't know how it means to work a long, hard day's work. They don't know the meaning of earning $1. Totally. My generation, millennial, is the last to have children or lack thereof. Current generation, alpha, iOS, is the last where humans have brains. I mean, the worst of a group is always going to be the most noticeable and highlighted. I think you got to have a little more faith in humanity. For opposing nature's rituals, adjust builds to account for them and or kill the spirits. Yeah, that's the best way, Tar Heel, is know what spirits you're up against and then set your builds to take advantage of it. Like in Echovald Forest, bring lots of knockdown to take bring lots of knockdown immunity and not lots of knockdown on the enemies to change the tables on them. Got any other assassin builds you would recommend? I might have some more assassin builds on here. My friend Slasher had this funny one. It's like it's a caster. Assassin Elementalist. I like to use Shadow of Theft or Crit Bow. It's fun. I've got some Assacasters that I like. I don't know what this anchor is. I haven't played a lot of Assassin in a long time. A lot of my old builds are gone. There's a big area with no red dot. Are you talking about this spot here? You think that's it? Oh, there they are. Found them. This area here. Okay. Thanks, guys. There are children who... Oh. What did Imizu say? Imizu said, but it is a little worrying, yeah. I gave up... Oh. There are children who have full-on meltdowns if they don't have at least 3 iPads, phones with different things on them. I gave up faith years ago. Show me your map. Okay. Have fun with the surprise 20 Mandragores. Let's see. I always think Assassin's Promise would make such fun builds, but then you mess up once and you're stuck catching up because something's on cooldown. I used Assassin's... Excuse me. I used Assassin's Promise so much on my Necromancer. You use Assassin's Promise and... what is it called? Ebon Vanguard Assassin support. And then you have infinite mana because people die and you have Soul Reaping and Assassin's Promise. And then you just spam. You just spam Assassins on everyone. It's very strong. These Mandragores that are popping up should not count. They should not be required for the Vanquish, though. Because they're unrevealed. Usually unrevealed enemies are not counted as essential until they're revealed. I've been playing... I love Incendiary Arrows. Incendiary Arrows ignite, triple shot, dual shot, critical eye, way of the master, critical agility, full critical strikes, and wilderness survival. Use the anniversary bow. Have your hero splinter weapon on you. It's so much fun blowing up. I'm going to try that. That's awesome. I don't know if I have triple shot on this character. I don't have any of the Kurzik skills. I can get it, though. I've got lots of Kurzik points. Yeah, it's great if it works, but when it doesn't, it's a pain. But I guess that's the whole point of the skill. Yeah. It's Assassin's Promise. If you break your promise, the skill goes on cooldown. Dude, Tar Heel, Mobius Strike used to be the best in slot. At least I remember it. Back in the day, Mobius Strike, I think, was used on every assassin skill back in the... Or assassin bar back in the day. And then it got replaced by Way of the Assassin. That's how I remembered it anyway. I'm the same. Need to go back into it. Can you hit the U key? Yeah. I don't know where I'm missing these guys. I think there's enemies up here near the portals. Maybe not. Mobius Blossom used to be my bread and butter back in the day. Yeah, it was so good. But now enemies die so fast, so it breaks your skill chain, and then you end up on cooldown all the time. That's why people just use the 3 dagger spamming skills and Way of the Assassin. Bottom right. Like way down here. Oh, that little patch there. Okay. Level up. Congrats, buddy. Why not activate the Mandragora? Up here or something? Oh, you're good. Yeah, generally for vanquishes, non-revealed enemies do not count. But yeah, I guess it depends on if they are there before they're revealed or not. And I don't think so. Any enemies that pop up. Like in factions, that happens all the time with Ampha. You go into an area and it's like, oh, there's only 25 enemies here. But it's because there's so many pop-ups in factions. Come on, ArenaNet, you're already on a hot streak. You made Vanquish. If you made Vanquish 90%, it'd be another home run. Okay, that would be making it more casual. He's saying a Vanquish should be complete whenever you hit 90%. 100% Vanquish shouldn't be necessary. Mobius is new player friendly. As an assassin gets more experience, deviate from that. It's very new player friendly, you're right. Yeah, I really hope they don't do that. I think What Up Bink he's joking. He or she is, I think, joking. %. It's like at the end of a Warcraft's or StarCraft match where someone builds a pylon or watchtower in the far corner of the base, or a Terran player lifts off and puts his command center in the far corner. So annoying. It has to be right here. All right, let me go in the very far corner. Okay. 105%. 105% would be you have to kill all of the animals in the map as well. Yeah, no enemies over here. Let me pop a cupcake. Gotta be here. This is the only bald spot. You have to place a few mobs afterwards. Make mobs respawn if the Vanquish hasn't been completed yet. So you have a time limit to kill all the enemies. Oh, someone's doing HA. No, time limit would be horrible. Time limit would be brutal in Vanquish. I'm just going in circles here. Let's check back at this corner. Maybe, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe there's more pop-ups that I need to kill. WTF, you lame. That's what I just discovered. That's what was told to me in the chat. Alchemy and Tar Heel. I'm going to make a YouTube shorts about it soon. Yeah, let me check up here first, sorry. So basically, you have to add Sogolan, Kim, Geraz, and Herta in your party in Dajka Inlet. And then in Dajka Inlet, you can add 3 more heroes of your choosing. And then once you add your 3 heroes and you have these specific henchmen, you can talk to the Dock Master And then you can be teleported to Commodon with a party of 8. And then you get 8 party members. Yeah. They don't count. They don't count. The pop-ups don't count. Check east of the Great Hall. Alchemy. Yeah, they don't count. I mean, they count after they're revealed. Hey, but if these guys are the final... If these guys complete the Vanquish, it's going to totally break our theory alchemy. Nope. Don't count. They don't count. Jazeel talking trash. You missed it. I was doing full cons earlier. Did Drexit tell you about the streamer privilege that happened earlier this stream, Jazeel? Uber popped in and gave me 2 stacks of all the cons and pecons. You were not? I did the Vanquish as a team of 4, no cons, and one of my 2 healers had no elite. The other had Cautery Signet as elite. What hell? This hill. I swear, if these count, my whole life is gonna be turned upside down. But all it means is Mandragora are not pop-ups. If this is true, they're just revealed. They're not hidden, actually. They're actually always there. Nope, they don't count. Theory is still not debunked. Yeah, he didn't give me any res scrolls. That's true. I tried to do DOA in hard mode the other day with my Vanquish team and got utterly destroyed. I forgot how brutal it was. Yeah, DOA is totally doable with hard mode with your Mezwite team or meta build, but it still does require intelligent pulling, which is why I don't do it too often. Is there a spot? Oh, sorry. If only my toolbox were working, I would see exactly where enemies are. Single bug between Commodon and Sunspear Great Hall. Yeah, there might be a termite somewhere over here. The F list doesn't show where you are, but did when you were in Embark Beach. Yeah, that's weird, Tar Heel. Why is our... Oh, it shows where you are. You're in Marketplace. And my toolbox doesn't work. I promoted it too much. Let's test that after your Vanquish. Okay. I promoted toolbox too much. They banned me from it, I guess. I'm gonna have to turn on my air conditioning soon. It's getting a little toasty in here. I totally lost my team. Hopefully I can solo this bug. gotta be over here somewhere, right? There's a little bald spot this way. Yeah. Is this the bald spot you're talking about? Oh my gosh! Oh, why didn't you guys tell me? I had to find it all by myself. We've been in this map for an hour. Yeah, it says you're in the marketplace, Tar Heel. Nope, nothing there, Jazeel. You wish I had a bald spot on the back of my head. We did it! Alright, this has been my guide for the most efficient pathing in the Plains of Jauren. Hope you enjoyed it. We did it in a world record 54 minutes clear of Plains of Jauren. Just follow my path exactly as you play around, and you'll get your fastest time that way. You just go down this way, you go up around this way, you zigzag maybe 10 times back and forth over here. You come around over here. You have to miss a couple spots intentionally, and then you just run back and forth mindlessly for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then finally in this last